Cognitive restructuring is helpful to us in that it will allow us to identify maladaptive thoughts. How we think affects the way we feel, and how we feel influence how we behave. And we behave reinforces the way we think. So it is all connected basically. So using this information, I feel that it could help for your specific situation in terms of getting upset when you feel as though you're being ordered around. Would you this be okay to try with you?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay. Would you be able to tell me what you're thinking of or what you're telling yourself when you first notice yourself getting mad?
Well, what I tell myself is kind of like feeling pressed to do something.
Yeah.
Like if I don't get this done, then like I'm either gonna somehow get in trouble or something. Like I just don't like to take orders because it's just like in my head is like, why aren't they doing it?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And it just bothers you, right?
like yeah, it just bothers me. It makes me kind of frustrated, irritable, and I either depending on the person, like I lash back, whether it be like with words or sometimes if like I'm at work, I'll kind of just keep to myself, but I can tell that they notice that
Mm-hmm.
I'm not okay with what they're telling me to do.
Okay. So what I want to do with this next step is to develop some coping thoughts. And those coping thoughts are when we focus on doing our best regardless of the outcome. So far we identified some of the self-defeating thoughts that you have. So now what I wanted us to work on is together in order to put a positive spin on the thoughts that you do have that are kind of just kind of maladaptive thoughts. I just wanted to ask you, what kind of positive things can you think of for you to tell yourself when you feel you may be getting mad?
Um, well, I can tell myself that I mean I can do what they're telling me
Yeah.
to do. And especially if it's at work, I guess I am getting paid,
Yeah.
and I mean it's just something that I already have to do anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So if something comes up and they tell me to do it, just might as well. I guess I can just do it.
Mm-hmm. And then some examples of where you could also kind of tell yourself along with the ones you brought up is stuff like hold on, take your time, and stuff like let's take a deep breath before we start. And then also that let's just focus on the task at hand when you're receiving the orders that you said and that you mentioned that makes you aggravated.
So when I say like let's focus on the task at hand, it's kind
Yeah.
of saying like if my boss tells me to do something,
Mm-hmm.
like that's my boss, so I guess just kind of focus on what I have to do and take care of it, and that way I can get that over with and not have to, I guess, go back to whatever it is that I was doing.
Yeah. And then so I wanna kind of shift from self-defeating thoughts to coping thoughts. So I want us to try a little practice here. We will pretend we're in a group work assignment in order to practice shifting to the coping thoughts. And I just want you to tell me that I need to type up 2 pages for my portion of a project that we could be doing, but also add that I will need to do the group's reference page as well. So I'll take a moment to process your directions and then use self instructions in order to approach the orders you're giving me, just to kind of show you kind of like a modeling aspect of it.
Okay.
So go ahead and let me know that I need to do 2 pages, but then also sprinkle in that I'll need to do the reference page.
Okay. So I have an assignment to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I will need to complete 2 pages.
Okay.
Um, and furthermore, I will also need to complete a reference page.
Uh-huh.
And is that it?
Yeah, and then when you hear that, what kind of things could you be telling yourself when you hear these orders coming at you? Like as if we were to pause and then you were to be able to instruct yourself, what could you tell yourself?
Okay, well, whenever the task is given to me,
Yeah.
I can think about the task and then tell myself like what the information is about that I have to put down on to fill out my 2 pages, like what information I need,
Yeah.
and gather that information if I need to do a bit of research or whatever. But I can do that, and then for the reference page that I also need to add to the task, it's I think that's more like, I guess, gathering the research and possibly citing whatever sources I use for my 2 pages.
Yeah. And do you feel as though you can do this in this kind of pretend scenario?
I mean, yeah, like I think that's a reasonable task that I can do it if I'm
Okay.
told to do so.
Would it be okay with you if I could hear you tell yourself, like, let's stop, let's take a deep breath, then let's focus at the task at hand? Would it be okay to hear you tell yourself that, like, in this pretend scenario?
Okay, so
You just got the orders to do an assignment and to do a reference page, and now you're going to tell yourself some self instructions that are.
okay, so I just got the assignment that was given to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I can, like, right off the top, I guess I can tell myself, like, in my head, right?
Yeah.
I can tell myself that, hey, I can do this.
Yes.
Or if I do start feeling frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of take a step back
Yeah.
and take a deep breath
There we
to
go.
kind of think about what, think about everything that's going on, like the task that was given to me, or if I do feel frustrated, take a deep breath and hopefully help myself calm down, so
Mm-hmm.
I can then kind of just, I guess, be able to move forward and focus on the task at hand.
Yeah. That's all good self instruction right there. And then the self instruction is to help you be able to, like, to kind of approach these kind of situations when before you felt that, like, you would always just get mad at them, and then this is just to kind of, like, help you kind of approach them and potentially give you, like, the possibility of not getting mad at them, to where you can do it and where it doesn't create a negative reaction.
Okay.
And so this was just like a little mini demonstration of stuff that you can do in terms of cognitive restructuring to kind of alter the way that, like, you're thinking. So for homework on this, I'd like for you to practice these self instructions at least a few times a day. Sometimes, like, when maybe your parents are telling you to do something, maybe your boss is telling you to do something, maybe even a teacher. So success won't be happening overnight, but it will happen with practice. And do you think you would be able to kind of give these a go and practice them every now and then from now until the next session that we have?
Um, yeah, to kind of tell myself, like, those statements that you
Yeah,
said. What were they called again?
the self-instruction statements.
Oh, yeah, those, to kind of like, before I come back to for our next session,
Yeah,
um, like to kind of practice them, like
yeah,
in like real scenarios,
yeah. Just
or
kind of
like by
like
myself.
some on yourself and some on real scenarios, like a real scenario every now and then, just to see, like, kind of how you feel with it, and then see if it's been working for you, like, to hear, like, an order coming at you, and then just kind of take a deep breath, and then just make sure that you're able to, like, calm yourself, you're able to, like, tell yourself that you can do this.
Okay.
Do you think you'd be able to practice those until the next time we meet?
Yeah. Like how many times would I need to practice them?
I'd say, like, maybe 2 3 every day or so, just something to get you started.
Okay.
No.
I think I could try to use those statements for myself.
Okay.
The self instructions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I could use them. What if I don't get directions? Like if I'm off from work or something like that, like on the weekend.
And in that case, do your parents usually ask you to do kind of like a chore around the house, or?
Yeah, actually, well, I mean, they do ask me to take out the trash here and there, or
Yeah.
just to kind of clean up after myself. So
Okay.
I kind of think yeah, I think I get the point that just kind of use them whenever
Yeah.
somebody kind of tells me to do something.
Yeah, just to be able to like kind of like some practice rounds in there,
Yeah.
just in terms of seeing how this fits you as in terms of kind of a strategy.
Okay.
Okay.